All right. Has anybody else noticed or tried to convince themselves that they could be a winter girly? Yeah, I'm kind of sad that my favorite season feels so far away. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Andrea. Welcome to Poised with Purpose Co. My favorite season is spring. My second favorite season is autumn or fall. Technically, when I'm filming this, it has not been the official day of winter yet. There's snow outside, so I'm going to say that it's winter. Okay. 3 tips to enjoying wintertime. I don't get seasonal depression necessarily, but I do get a little bit sad because I love being out in nature and I don't enjoy being out in the snow. Tip number 1, focus on what God says about you and his creation rather than focusing on the seasonal depression. Who does Christ say you are? I know the days are shorter and darker, but stay close to the light of Christ. Oh my goodness. We will never know exactly why the Lord decided to create 4 distinct seasons. We know those seasons are spring, summer, fall, and winter. And the winter tends to be when everything dies. So nature's dying and the leaves are falling and things are going to start getting darker outside. It's getting colder outside, depending on whatever climate that you live in. I live somewhere where we do get all 4 seasons. And some people really do suffer from seasonal depression. It seems to get darker a lot earlier. I've noticed just this year in general, it seems to get darker at 4:30 p.m. And I feel like it used to get darker at 6:30. So we'll never know exactly why the Lord created seasons. However, I do have some biblical scriptures to take a look at, and I will list them on the screen. Genesis 8:22 is going to actually talk more about the seasons because Genesis is the book of creation. It's the first book of the Bible. So I think reading back on that and just really admiring that the Lord took his time to create all of us and to create the seasons kind of helps us realize how blessed we are to be able to even witness something like this when other parts of the world don't even get snow or don't even get to experience summer. The other side of that too is sometimes people really focus on what's upsetting them and they focus on their seasonal depression, or they focus on it's so dark outside, or they're like, oh, I can't do this anymore because it's so cold outside, or they're focused on what the enemy is saying instead of what the Lord says about us. So how can we be lights of the world in such a dark season? Like, it gets dark so fast. How can we be lights of the world? Let's think about that. How can we be kind to someone or extra kind to somebody? And not just because of the holiday season, but just in general. How can we practice the fruits of the Spirit? How can we be patient? How can we be kind? And how can we bring light into our everyday lives? Point number 2, devote time to indoor hobbies, especially ones that involve body movement. So the last time I did a vlog for my ballet video was like the first and last vlog that I did. It was in February, I remember, because I got pneumonia and I think I got it that day. So I was terrified to go back to dance ever since getting pneumonia after going to my first adult ballet class. And I decided that I'm just going to start doing ballet from home. I have a space in my home now that I'm able to just put a lesson on my TV and do it in the space and do it there for now until I feel comfortable going back to a studio. So I would also say something with body movement. I know a lot of people do Pilates. A lot of people like to go to the gym. What are the ways that you can move your body if you're not able to stay outside because of the cold? Some other indoor girly activities would include girly word searches. I'm a huge word search person. I love word searches. I actually keep one in the bathroom so that I don't bring my phone into the bathroom. But I like to do word searches. I think it really helps take your mind off of other things. It also gets you off of your phone and off of social media. And it moves your brain because you have to think and unscramble words, which your brain naturally does. So I really think that word searches are a lot of fun. Doing wintry themed puzzles. I need to get back into doing puzzles. My mom and my sisters do puzzles a lot and they're really good at them. And I think sometimes it's really cool to use the Mod Podge on the puzzle and frame it, and then you've got your own artwork in your home or somewhere that you can put it, and it's a nice accomplishment, especially if you do the ones that are like 1,000 or 2,000 pieces, kudos to you, but sometimes it's a lot of fun. Scrapbooking and reading. I think that we should naturally be inclined to read, especially if we're believers and we need to read the word, then we should be reading that every day. But reading and even scrapbooking, I think, is such a calming activity, especially because if you're like me and you like to go outside to read or sit in your car and read, it's uncomfortable to do it during the winter because it's cold outside. We have snow outside. I personally am not someone that likes to go to the park and sit in the snow and read or be out there for very long. Reading indoors, you can get a nice cup of tea, a hot cup of cocoa, maybe even your favorite coffee, and sit in your comfiest chair or make a pile of blankets on the floor and read a book, read nonfiction, read fiction, read poetry, read the word, whatever you like. When I was younger, I liked to read the dictionary and the encyclopedia for fun. Scrapbooking. I think that sometimes this can be a little bit of a lost art, but in reality, if you're putting together a vision board or a mood board, you're kind of scrapbooking. Sometimes on Pinterest, you're putting a collage together. You're kind of scrapbooking, but digitally. I encourage you to try to do it in a tangible way. Get a scrapbook from Michael's or from your favorite thrift store. They sometimes have them there. And start filling those pages up with the things that are in your mind. It actually passes the time, and before you know it, it's 6:30, it's dark outside, and it's time to cozy up in your pajamas. Candle making. This is something I haven't done since I was a child, but I think that this is another indoor hobby that you could try to do, whether at home or sign up for a class to do it. I think it would be kind of fun to learn how to make candles. Point number 3. Add unique, colorful, and or dramatic pieces to your winter wardrobe that will support warmth. For example, cape coats. I am a huge cape girly. I love capes. I have some pictures I'll put on the screen of just some fancy coats and then capes that I've always liked to wear. I'm actually a little bit sad that I got rid of my red cape. I actually ended up donating it, and now I'm sad because I could have worn that all throughout fall and winter. But I still have 4 other capes. For example, I'm wearing a cape right now. I was so glad that I picked this up last year or earlier this year, whenever I did that. It's cozy, it's comfortable. It feels fancy, but it also is going to keep you warm, and it's just a nice addition to your wardrobe. If you feel bored that you have to always like wear layers and sweaters and stuff, like you could wear a sweater under this or like a mock neck like what I'm wearing, and then throw a cape on top and you're good to go. Long, thick scarves. There's been a lot of people posting, at least from what I've seen on Instagram, of them doing that scarf trick where you put it around and you tuck it and then it becomes a hood. And then I've also seen some in the grocery store where people are starting to sell those kind of scarves already made into a hood. I actually have a couple of scarves that are big enough that I actually bought on sale way before Black Friday. I got them from Macy's. These are the first scarves that I think are long enough that I can wear it over my head. And if I don't feel like wearing a hat that day, I'll have my earmuffs and my scarf on top, and it keeps my head warm. So I think sometimes adding a scarf not only makes your look more stylish, but scarves really do the trick to keep you warm. When I think of winter, I feel like people tend to wear neutrals. They wear a lot of white and holiday colors like red and green, maybe even gold. But I am starting to really enjoy the color pink again. And I feel like pink goes with so many different colors, so I've made it into my own neutral. Just to make it a little bit lighter, I think we tend to lean towards darker colors once it starts to get darker outside and the leaves begin to fall. I think that we can still wear pastels even if it's wintry outside. So maybe you're wearing lavender or a pastel magenta or something, or a pastel blue color. I think those are very flattering and pretty colors, especially if there's snow outside and you get a light pastel blue coat. I'll put on the screen my sister and I wearing these like fluffy marshmallow coats. I think she had the pink one and I had the blue one. I wish I had that as an adult. Do you know how cute that is? Fancy gloves or boots. Make sure they're comfortable, of course, and make sure they do the trick to keep you warm. But I love gloves. I've talked about this before on my channel. I love all things vintage, and I just feel like having a nice set of pretty gloves makes you feel better in the winter because you have to wear all these layers, and sometimes it's a lot. Like, it's cold outside and you put all those layers on and you're sweating and you're hot and you're like, oh, I don't want to wear these gloves. They're making my palms sweat. But then if you have a nice pair of gloves, like a fluffy, gorgeous brown with a little puff on the cuff, love that. Or a black sleek glove that has like a tiny trim of animal print. I actually have those gloves. I'm describing my gloves. But I just think they're so cute and they just kind of make you feel a little bit classier during the winter. Same with the boots. I think that we talk about fall boots a lot, and then once we get to winter, people are either wearing Uggs or they're wearing winter boots that just don't look as flattering. But I thrifted a pair of boots that I love. They have a slight heel to them, but they've got the grip at the bottom, so I'm not going to slip if there's ice. And I just feel like it makes me feel like a winter princess, and I love it. If you have any more tips for enjoying the winter, please comment them below. Thank you so much for watching this video. As you can see, I did buy microphones finally. Let's not talk about it. But I do have it attached to a spoon because I feel like when I wear it on my body, it sounds muffled. So yeah, I do have it attached to a plastic spoon. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Please like, share, and comment. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more content. And I will see you in the next video. Oh my gosh, I need to show some of my decorations for winter because it's not picking up in the camera because of the way that I have it cropped. So obviously I have my cape and I have a cutie skirt with it, but look up slightly. Do you see the bow? Isn't it cutie? Isn't it adorable? And I have little bells. Okay. Okay, bye.